Hello dear students of the third prep grade, and welcome to a new episode of our program. This is our weekly episode of science, and on this episode we'll be having a general review on everything you studied during the first semester, and we'll be receiving your phone calls on our phone number 257-56187. So if you've got any questions, do give us a call. Let me first welcome our guest teacher, Mr. Muhammad Mahmoud, our teacher of science. Hello Mr. Muhammad, and welcome to the program.
Hello, Yasser. Thank you.
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
Happy Christmas also.
Yeah,
yes.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
What shall we have on this episode?
Firstly, I miss you from the next, from the
Previous episode. Thank you.
Yes,
I
and
miss
also,
you too.
Thank you. And also happy or Merry Christmas for all Egyptian people. At the same time, we have two units today in revision as a general revision. We have main revision as on unit 1 and unit 2. Especially we have some types of questions as give reason for or what happens, and other types of questions as some types of problems, and we'll
be focusing on unit 1
and 2 with some questions from unit 3 and 4, but main structure in this episode is about unit 1 and 2 mainly.
All right.
That is give reason for and what happens when, and problems also. So let's go to start our episode today with a general review. Okay, let's go on the monitor, please. We have here general revision, as we see. Okay, on the monitor, please. We have here a general review or general vision about all points in our syllabus in this year. So let's go to start with the first type of questions as give reason for, as cars and planes are provided with a speedometer. Here we talk about the cars and the planes as a one or the first give reason in this curriculum. I will give reason في المنهج عندنا cars and the planes are provided with a speedometer. So also what is meant by speedometer here? Speedometer, which means اللي هو عداد السرعة. So how can we answer this type of questions, dear students? We can answer according to the uses or the importance of speedometer here to measure the speed directly, to measure the speed of the car and the planes directly. Okay.
And we have a phone call. Asim. Hello, Asim. Asim. Okay, try to get to us back. Let's carry on.
I hope so. Okay, so here we have to know the first type of question as I give reason for, and also we know now the importance of the speedometer. So now we have to know the importance of speedometer in cars and the planes to repeat or to measure the speed directly. أقيس السرعة بطريقة مباشرة. The second or the next question in this type of questions as give reason for, we say that an object or objects move with irregular or irregular speed. Here we talk about what? We talk about the regular speed. So objects move with regular speed. So here we can define what in this question we can use to define the regular speed to answer this question. So here we use the definition because they cover equal distances in equal intervals of time or equal periods of time. So here we define what? We define, these students, the definition of the regular speed. Okay.
Okay, we've got Ahmed from Qina. Hello, Ahmed, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mr.
Okay, do you have any questions, Ahmed?
Yes, I have a question and I want to be asked.
Okay, tell us your question first.
حاضر. My question بيقول السؤال ده explain what you know about the crossing star theory.
Explain
what you know about
you
crossing
know
star theory.
About
the crossing star theory.
the crossing star theory. Okay.
Crossing star
theory.
Okay. Is there any other question?
No.
Okay. So, but he wants to be asked,
okay.
So you can ask him first, and then you can answer the question.
Okay. So we have a question here as from Unit 2 as Give reason 4, using of the concave mirrors in solar oven.
Because,
Using the concave
be-
mirrors in solar ovens, yeah.
because the concave mirror collects the light rays in a point which is called focus, which makes the object is more heat.
Excellent, excellent,
Okay.
very good. So let يعني us to answer your question about the explain the what you know about the crossing over. You know the scientist that established the crossing over phenomenon. اسمه ايه؟
Crossing over
So
phenomena.
crossing theory. Sorry,
Crossing star phenomena.
theory.
Theory. Chamberlain and Moulton.
Chamberlain and Moulton. So I will explain now the this theory to you.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. And follow us. Mr. Muhammad will explain it right away. Okay.
Okay. How can we explain this theory? هنشرح explain the crossing star theory. Okay. On the monitor we can explain this theory. Number 1, star or huge star approaches the earth. نجم ضخم قرب من not from the earth, close to the sun, قرب من الشمس. Okay, to the sun. Then number 2, due to its huge gravity, an expanded part appears from the sun. جزء ابتدى يطلع من الشمس. Expanded يمتد يعني from the sun. Okay. Number 3, the third point in this theory, the sun escape يعني بعدت أو هربت from this star, بعدت عن النجم ده. And then number 4, the expanded part condensed and form the planets. Then here we have number 1 here, the sun is already exists in the solar system, then the other planets are apart from the by condensation of the expanded part from the sun.
Okay, and we've got Hamdi from Cairo on the phone. Hello, Hamdi, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Hamdi, do you have any questions?
No.
I guess this is the first time you call us, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to be asked?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, could you please ask him a question?
Okay, Hamdi, hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Yes.
Okay, Hamdi, are you ready for the exams?
Yes.
Okay, so here we have
Allah.
give what happens when. What happens when? Okay, are you with me?
Yes.
The crossing over phenomenon takes place.
Or theory?
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Yes, crossing over phenomenon
Yeah.
takes place. What happens?
What happens?
What happened?
Yes, if the crossing over phenomenon takes place. طب what is the importance of the crossing over phenomenon?
The sun approached to the large star and the...
No. We talk about the crossing over phenomenon in the meiosis cell division.
Yes. The genetic variation among the individuals of the same species.
So here what happens when the crossing over phenomenon takes place is your answer. إيه اللي
The
هيحصل؟
chromatids of tetrad are exchanging.
Yes, so here we have the importance, and what will happen in this case will form a new trait or variation of the genetic traits. You have to mention or to stress about this part in the syllabus. لازم to review this part. If you have any question, we are with you.
No, thanks.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Hamdi.
thank you, Hamdi. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, here we have another question as third give reason for, as it is hard to measure the regular speed of the car practically. It is hard to measure the regular speed of the car practically.
Of the car or of any moving?
Especially here a
vehicle.
car as for example,
Yeah.
any object on the earth is hard or impossible to move with regular or uniform speed.
Hard or impossible?
Yes, near to be impossible to
Yeah.
move in because we have another factors affecting the motion or the speed of any object. So here we can answer this question according to what here, according to or due to what. So the answer here due to the motion of traffic. بسبب حركة الايه المرور. So here we talk about practically عمليا واقعيا. Okay, so we can't measure the regular speed of any object, especially car, practically. Okay.
Okay, we've got Aisha on the phone.
Okay.
Hello, Aisha. How are you?
الو السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
ورحمة الله وبركاته.
اسال مستر لو سمحت.
Okay.
مستر لو سمحت كنت عايزه اسال عن الامتحانات في تقديم ولا لسه زي ما هي يوم 21؟
لا هي بقت تبقى مش يوم 21، هي من يوم 17، بس لازم تكونفيرم او تراجعي المدرسه بتاعتك او الاداره التعليميه اللي تابعه ليها، لان كل
هي من
محافظات
الشيخ زايد.
تمام يبقى تبع محافظه الجيزه، فلازم تبقى عارفه، ولازم تخشي على السايت بتاع الوزاره. كل محافظه ليها سكيدول مختلف according to subjects، يعني المناهج او المواد الدراسيه اللي هندرسها مش كل المحافظات زي بعضها.
تمام، يعني حاولي تعملي تشيك على الانترنت. لكن عندك اي اسئله في الساينس؟
لا شكرا يا مستر، بس انا كنت بسال يعني ان هم لسه الجداول في المدرسه لسه زي ما هي.
خلاص يبقى هي زي ما هي، مفيش اي تغيير فيها، زي التيبل او السكيدول اللي المدرسه هتسلمه لك، هو ده التيبل اللي هو معتمد من وزاره التربيه والتعليم، اللي تابعه للمحافظه اللي انت تابعه ليها بالارينج او بالترتيب اللي موجود فيه السبجكتس، المواد بتاعتك من اول ماده لغايه اخر ماده، لان كل محافظه ليها ترتيب غير الثانيه، يعني مش شرط ساينس يبقى في كل المحافظات في يوم واحد. اوكي،
شكرا ليكي يا عائشه.
الف شكر.
طيب شكرا ليك يا عائشه من الشيخ زايد.
Okay, we have another question here as give reason for from unit 1. Here we have, so physicists use mathematical relations like graphs and tables. Here from on the monitor, physicists use mathematical relations like graphs and tables. يعني بيستخدموا الجرافس والtables ليه؟ Scientists generally use mathematical relations like graphs and tables. So we answer according to what? We have two questions here or two answers with each other. الاثنين لازم اجاوبهم. To indicate the relation between the physical quantities, and number two, to describe the physical quantities. Okay, يبقى we should answer by the two answers. لازم اقولهم مع بعض. Number one, to indicate the relation between physical quantities، اعرف العلاقة ما بينهم، and describe the physical quantities، ان انا اوصف ال physical quantities in easy way by the graphs and tables. Okay.
Okay, and we've got Islam from Alexandria. Hello Islam, how are you?
How are you? I'm fine, thank you, miss.
Okay, Islam, do you have any
Mr.
questions? Yes.
أنا عندي سؤال مثال المدرسة.
Okay,
Okay.
اتفضل.
Problem.
Problem.
A race car can move from rest position and its speed reaches 100 kilometers per hour through 20 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of the car. مستر هو في احدى الكتب الخارجيه في جايد انسر عاملينها 300 وانا طلعتها انسر تاني.
اوكي بقى بص هنا ريس كار فروم يعني moves from rest، يعني
أيوة.
الانيشال سبيد equal how many؟
زيرو.
V1 equal 0. اوكي. At the same time the final speed V2 equal how many؟
هنحولها الاول لمتر بير سكند.
اوكي يبقى we multiply with what؟
divided 3.6.
يعني times 5 over 18 from kilometer. يبقى V2 equal how many؟ times 5 over 18 here. We can use the calculator here. يبقى 100 times 5 over 18
هتطلع 250 over 5
يعني 27.7. 27.7. Okay. So and time equal how many?
The times 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. So here we have acceleration. Acceleration equal
هتبقى V2 minus V1 over time.
over delta t or over time. So
The change of time.
27.7 minus
Minus 0 over 20.
over how many? Over 20.
Over
By
20.
using calculator here, we can use as 27.7 over 20 equal how many? Equal 1.385 or 1.4 approximately. Here, what is the measuring unit we will use to measure the acceleration?
Meter per second power 2.
Meter per second power 2. So your answer is right. If you use these steps, your answer is right.
يعني الكتاب مطلعها غلط.
يعني we use these steps, we change from kilometer per hour to meter per second according to the measuring unit. Maybe in the book here change
هو
that.
في الانسر كاتب ان 20 second بتساوي 1 over 3 of hour.
يبقى هو هنا in the pupil's book change the time from second to
2 minutes.
to hour.
2 minutes.
No, not from second to minute, to hour, because the speed
To
here in
hour?
kilometer per hour. The speed.
ما احنا ممكن نحولها لمينتس ونقوله ال 20 minutes بتساوي 1 over 3 من hour.
اوكي يعني change into hour.
اي.
طيب يبقى into hour. يبقى we should, if the speed in kilometer per hour and time should be in hour. If the time in second, we can change or convert the speed from kilometer per hour into meter per second.
meter per second.
Yes. You have another question?
لا ممكن اشارك معاكم؟
Okay.
As you like.
Okay. Ask him a question, please.
Okay, here we have question. ناخد الكويستشن ده. Number 5 قدامك اهو. Question 5. Read and answer.
بس ما listen to me. When the driver use the car breakers, we say that accelerating motion because the speed decrease by through the time.
Excellent. Deceleration. We use excellent. We use to define, or we have to define here decelerating
motion.
Excellent. So here the answer is because
the speed decreased by through the time.
Or final speed is less.
Final speed less than the initial speed.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much. We hope you be with us all the episodes in this term and the next term.
Okay, thank you, Islam. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, here, dear students, we have to complete our give reason for in this episode as the body which moves with acceleration never moves at regular motion. On the monitor, we can answer this question. How can we answer this question? Okay. On the monitor, please. Here we have the body which moves with acceleration never moves at regular motion. يعني ما بيتحركش regular motion. يبقى هنا بيتحرك بإيه؟ acceleration. يبقى we answer according to what here? We answer according to the acceleration. Because it never moves with what? With the regular motion or regular speed. So we answer according to acceleration. So the answer is because the body or the body's speed what change through the time. يعني السرعة بتتغير بمرور الوقت. بمرور الوقت. يبقى the speed or the body's speed changed through the time. Okay?
Okay, yeah, we've got a caller.
Okay.
مدام رحاب.
الو مساء الخير.
مساء الخير.
ازيكم؟
اهلا وسهلا بحضرتك.
اولا انا متصله مش عشان اسال سؤال النهارده، انا متصله اشكركم على المجهودات الرائعه الترم ده بصراحه.
شكرا لحضرتك، الف شكر.
ربنا يخليك.
حضرتك عندك اولاد في المرحله الابتدائيه او اعدادي؟
عندي كارما ثالثه اعدادي.
اها. وهي بتتابعنا دايما؟
هي بتتابع، بس طبعا التوقيت بتاع البروجرام بيبقى في توقيت النادي بتاعه التدريب.
اها.
فاحنا كنا بنطالب بس ان شاء الله على الترم الثاني يا ريت
حضرتك بس هي ممكن يعني لو تصحى بدري شويه وتتابع حلقات الاعاده بتكون الساعه 6 صباحا. الساعه 6 صباحا.
بس 6 صباحا دي برضو يوم الخميس بيبقى فيه برضو يعني
مشكلة شوية.
بالنسبة
طيب ممكن حضرتك برضو تنضم لجروب البرنامج على الفيسبوك، وكتير قوي بننزل الحلقات يعني.
تمام، ونتمنى لو نفع ان البرنامج ان شاء الله ميعاده يبقى بدري شويه، بحيث ان طبعا الطلبه بيبقوا محتاجين يروحوا النادي.
معلش يمكن في صعوبة شوية في تغيير المواعيد، لكن يعني هتحاول هي بقى توفق ظروفها معانا
ان شاء الله.
شكرا.
طب وعايزين نعرف بس الخميس اللي فات الحلقه ما اتعادتش ليه؟ ما اتذاعتش
لا هو كان في بس يعني اجازة في البرنامج يوم الخميس اللي فات، فكان الحلقات معادة.
تمام، لان احنا قعدنا منتظرين بصراحه يعني.
لا معلش الخميس اللي فات فعلا كان اخر يوم في السنة وكان اجازة يعني.
تمام، كل سنه وانتم طيبين، وميرسي على مجهوداتكم الرائعه.
ميرسي جدا لحضرتك، الف شكر.
شكرا. So here we have to answer the next type of next question in the same time of questions as give reason for from the questions of unit 1. As here we have question is, it said that the body moves with uniform acceleration. So how can we answer this question? According to what? As we see, my dear students, every questions from these questions or any type of question has a key of the answer. According to the key of the answer من مفتاح الإجابة inside the question. Inside the question we can answer the question. So here in this question number 7 نبص عليه كده مع بعض بيقول لي إيه؟ It is said that body moves with uniform acceleration. So we answer according to what? According to uniform acceleration. So the answer is because the body's speed, we talk about acceleration, change with equal values. With equal what? Values. Through an equal intervals of time. Through an equal intervals of time. So here we define what? We define here the what? The uniform acceleration, speed change, equal values through an equal intervals of time or periods of time. Next type of questions as what here? As a speed time graph for an object with what? With moves with uniform speed is a straight line parallel to the time axis. So what is the key of the answer here? How can we find the key of the answer? Here, according to uniform speed. Uniform speed is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Uniform speed is a straight line parallel to the time axis. طيب يبقى هنا how can we answer؟ أقول له because speed doesn't change. السرعة ما اتغيرتش، لأن هو بيقول لي خلي بالنا speed time graph. في نفس الوقت بيقول uniform speed. We know speed time is acceleration. So here we have a straight line parallel to the time axis as you see like that. We have two axes as you see here, number 1 and number 2 here, like that. And at the same time we have a straight line parallel to the time axis from this what? From this graph as v, speed and time. So here we have a straight line. This straight line is parallel to the time axis, although because speed doesn't change. Okay. Next question is, mass and time are what? Scalar physical quantity. So we answer according to the scalar physical quantities. So the definition or scalar physical quantities as because they identify with magnitude only, as time, mass, speed, yes, distance, okay, are all what? Scalar physical quantities. Okay? Okay. Next question is, velocity and force are vector physical quantities. How can we answer this question? We can answer according to the key of the answer here is vector physical quantities. So how can we define vector physical quantities as what? Here the answer is because they identify with magnitude and direction. So we define what? We define vector, and the vector quantity identified by magnitude and direction. Okay. Next question is, the body which moves in a straight line, its displacement equal its distance. When a body moves in what? In a straight line, as we have body moves in this straight line, بيتحرك كده. For example, body moves from point A to point B, and the body, or this body, covers how many? Covers 50 meters, and stop at point B. So in this case, the body, it's what? Its distance equal its displacement. So how can answer this question according to what? أقول له because in this case في الحالة دي the distance بقى، واحط جنبها الديفينيشن بتاع مين؟ بتاع ال displacement, because the distance is the shortest straight line between the 2 points. Maybe we answer like that. ممكن اجاوبه كده because the body او the distance، بس خلي بالنا انا قلت ايه in this case في الحالة دي only. Or we can answer according to what? We can answer اقول له because the body moves in straight line in one direction. In one direction. So here we answer by two ways. Maybe this answer, or maybe we put the definition of displacement beside distance. Okay.
Yeah, we've got Omar on the phone. Hello, Omar. How are you? Omar?
How are you, mister?
I'm fine, thanks. How about you?
How are you?
Okay, Omar, do you have any questions?
No, I want to be asked.
You want to be asked. Okay, Mr.
I'm
Muhammad
with you
will
now.
ask you, but please try to turn down the TV and listen to us through the phone, okay?
Okay.
Omar, are you with me now? You hear me now? سامعني يا عمر؟
Omar? Okay. Let's carry on until Omar gets back to us.
Okay, the amount here we talk about the distance and displacement. We have to know the main difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar physical quantity and displacement is a vector physical quantity. At the same time, distance and displacement have the same measuring unit, meter or kilometer. At the same time, distance is the actual length between the 2 points, but displacement is the shortest straight line between the 2 points. So we have another call?
Yeah, we've got Salma on the phone. Hello, Salma.
Hello, Mr. Yasser, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. You always call us in the English episodes, right?
All right.
Yeah, okay, Salma. Do you have any questions now in science?
No, I just want to be asked.
You want to be asked?
Yes, okay.
Mr. Muhammad will ask you. All right.
How are you, Salma?
How are you, Mr.?
How are you ready for this question? Question as I give reason for.
I hope so.
Okay. Okay, look at the TV now. بصي معايا. The amount of fuel by plane on the monitor, please, are different according to the wind direction. How can you answer this question?
Well, amount of fuel per plane are different. What is it doing? Does one direction affect the amount of fuel consumed by the plane?
Okay, how come? Can you
Because,
explain?
because of the plane moves in the same direction as the wind, it consumes the fuel.
Yes. As you want to answer like that. Because when the plane flies against wind direction, will consume more fuel. Yes?
Why?
You understand the way of the answer in this question?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we have another question as number 15. Read it and answer this question.
Okay. The image that's formed by the plane mirror is virtual.
Yes.
Because it can't be received on a screen.
Okay, can be, can or can't be received on the screen. Okay, طب if we have question as, or the answer is converted into question as give reason for, as you see, give reason for why this image can't be received on the screen.
So,
If you answer this question,
You'll do what?
maybe because the image format is an extension, is a picture of the extension rays,
of refracted rays or reflected rays?
reflected rays.
Reflected rays, because we talk about here. Excellent, ya Salma, bravo. Mirror, plane mirror especially, and because this image is formed, because it formed due to the intersection of extensions of reflected light rays. Thank you very much, Salma,
Okay,
for your efforts, and I hope you be with us on in all episodes.
Okay, Salma, you're a regular viewer of our program, right?
Yes, regular guest.
All right.
So do you find it useful to you?
For sure.
Okay, that's
We
great.
hope so.
Okay, thank you, Salma, very much. Thank you. So let's get back to our questions. And I have a question here.
Yes.
All right. It says, yeah. The moving car.
Give reason or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, give reasons.
Give
yeah.
reason,
Yeah.
yes.
The moving car seems stable to an observer, moving with the same speed and direction.
The moving
Yeah.
car
Seems stable
seems stable
to an observer,
to an observer.
moving with the same speed and direction.
Moving in the same
Moving with the same speed and direction.
speed and direction. You have some problems here maybe. Direction.
Yeah.
Okay, how can we answer this question? The two cars on the same road. الاتنين عربيتين على نفس الطريق. The car or the other car seems stable. Stable as appears at rest. The meaning of stable in this
As
question.
if it's not moving.
Yes. If the two cars moving in the same speed or with the same speed and direction. Because in this case only, the relative speed equal 0. The relative speed equal what? Equal 0, because if we minus or subtract V1 or VA minus VB equal what? In this case equal 0. We talk about relative speeds. Okay.
Okay, we've got Loa on the phone. Hello, Loa.
Hello, mister.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So, are you studying today?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ready for the exam or not yet?
لا ready.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
What is your question?
What's meant by
What's meant by? Okay. Yes.
the car moves
What is meant by? Okay.
The car move?
with average speed?
You have a number in this question?
نعم.
You have a number عندك رقم في السؤال ده؟
لا.
Car يبقى car moves, yes, with
With what?
average,
Average speed?
yes, average speed. Okay, you have another question, Loa?
لا.
Okay, so here, Loa, if you want to answer this question, we can answer according to the definition of average speed. You know what is meant by average speed?
اللي هو total distance covered by the object divided by the total time taken to cover this object.
So you can answer this question like that. You can answer this question like that. طب, can I ask you a question? Okay. What is meant by? بصي على الشاشة كده قدامك على التلفزيون بيقول لي what is meant by the body أو the car move with speed, moves with أو moving with regular speed equal 40 meters per second. Can you answer this question?
هقول the car, the distance covered by the car divided by the time taken equal 40 meters per second.
We talk about what? We ask about here regular speeds.
يبقى the car moves 40 meters per second every 1 second.
No,
40 meters every 1 second.
40 meter. يبقى we should use the definition of regular speed. أقوله because أو the car covers equal what?
Equal distance.
Yes, equal distances. Equal how many?
40 meters.
40 meters at
equal at 1 second.
Equal pairs
Period
of time equal how many?
1 second.
Excellent, 1 second. So we can answer according to the definition, and we can use at the same time the numbers. Thank you very much, Loa. If you have another question, I am with you. If you
Do you have any other question, Loa?
طب مستر سواحنا في السؤال بتاعي مش جايب لي من نمبر انا كده انا اقول the car moves.
Yes, you can use here in this question only the definition of average speed. If we have a number, we can say, for example, يا لؤى, body moves with average speed equal 100 kilometer per hour. أقول له that total distance covered equal 100 kilometer over total time taken equal 1 what?
1 second.
1 hour. 1 hour, yes. Or 60 meter per second. Total distance covered equal 60 meters over total time taken equal
1 second.
1 second. We can separate the two numbers or the two measuring units from each other according to the type of questions. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Loa. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay. We have many questions from students about Unit 1,
Yeah.
especially Lesson 1 and 2. Here, dear students, we have another question, but from Unit 2 as lenses and mirrors. As I give reason 4 here, if you watch or look at the monitor here, convex mirror is divergent mirror. So here we talk about mirror and divergent. Divergent. So we answer according to mirror because it separates light after reflection. Here we have divergent, which means separates, بتفصل, بتشتت, and the mirror after what? Reflection. So we can answer according to mirror, any mirror after reflection, any divergent, which means what? Separates. And we have another as opposite question here. As we have question as a give reason for, here concave mirror is convergent mirror. Oh, so we answer according to what? According to, or some questions like solar oven here. So how can we answer? We answer only because it collects light after reflection. We use collect because convergent, and after reflection because we talk about what? Because we talk about mirror, so we can use the two terms as a key of the answer. Okay. Let's go to, dear students, to move to another type of questions. Here, as you see in front of you, we have what happens if. What happens? The light rays fall perpendicular on the reflecting surface. If the light ray falls perpendicular like that, as you see, light ray falls perpendicular on a reflecting surface. Okay, as we studied before in second prep. خدناها في ثانية إعدادي. The light ray falls perpendicular. أقول له it what? It reflects on, yes, itself. Because angle of incidence equal angle of reflection equal what? Equal 0. In only one case, the light reflects on itself if the incident ray falls perpendicular on the reflecting surface. Next question is, the light ray falls on the center of curvature of concave mirror or convex mirror. What happens? خلي بالنا, a light falls on what? On center of curvature. As the same answer of the first question here. How can we answer? If the light ray falls on the center of curvature, it will reflect on itself. هيرجع تاني in the opposite direction but on itself. So we have two cases in our curriculum في المنهج بتاعنا. The light ray reflect on itself. The number one, if the light ray falls perpendicular or the light ray falls through the center of curvature. طبعا of mirrors here. We talk about what? We talk about mirrors because we talk about reflection. Next question is, the light rays passes through focus of the mirror. If the light ray passes through focus of the mirror, we know if the light ray passes through focus of the mirror, it reflects how? It reflects parallel to the principal axis. Parallel on the principal axis. How can we use a why we use here in this answer reflects? Because we talk about what? Mirror. If we talk about lenses, we have to use term refract. Okay? يبقى it reflects طبعا هنا through what? Through the أو parallel to the principal axis. هنشيل بس الستيتمنت هنا. بيقول لي إن هو the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis of the convex lens. The answer in front of you. خلي بالنا إن هو parallel to the principal axis. يبقى and lens at the same time it refracts passing what? Through the focus. Why we use refract? Because we talk about what here? We talk about lenses. And lens, any lens refract the light rays, but the mirror reflect the light rays. Okay? Next question is, the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis of concave mirror. We know if we have concave mirror like that, and here we have the principal axis like that, and the light ray what? Parallel to the principal axis like that. If the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis, it reflects or refracts? It will reflect through what? Through this point, and we know this point is called what? Is called focus, because we have pole of the mirror, focus and the center of curvature, and we can define or we can answer it reflects passing through the focus. Next question, the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis of convex lens. خلي بالنا بيتكلم على ايه؟ convex lens. Again, convex lens. In convex lens we have what? We have two centers of curvature. We have two foci. We have one optical center. And we have to write an imaginary line. نعمل خط وهمي كده. If the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis, it will refract through the other focus on the other side. The light will refract to the other side focus. So we answer here like that. The light will refract passing through the focus. Passing through the what? It refracts passing through the focus. Okay? Next question is, the final speed on an object is less than initial speed. هنا بيتكلم ان الفاينل speed V2 less than initial speed V1. So the acceleration becomes what here? Positive or negative? In this case, the body moves with decelerating motion, or the body moves with negative acceleration, which means negative acceleration because the final speed less than initial speed. خلي بالنا الاكسلريشن may be in negative or positive, not like speed. Speed is also or usually is positive. Here we have problem. Object at distance more than focal length but less than double focal length in front of concave mirror. As we studied before, we should use our tools. Number one, the what? The ruler. لازم استخدم ruler. We put the ruler like that, and we should put how many? 4, or how many? We talk about concave mirror. We have to put how many equal distances? We should put more 3 equal أو 2 equal distances. حط 4 قد بعض. خلاص؟ يبقى طبعا هنا we have what? We have by protractor the concave mirror like that, and here we have the pole of the mirror, focus and center of curvature. Object distance more than focal length but less than double focal length. So the object here between focus and center of curvature. So the first light ray parallel to the principal axis, it will reflect through focus, and the next light ray passes through focus and will reflect what? Will reflect parallel to the principal axis like that. So the intersection is the image. At the intersection we have what? The image. The image is here. So the image is here. So the image is what? The image is inverted, يعني upside down, يعني مقلوب. Real, يعني can be received on the screen. Number 3, magnified, يعني bigger, يعني مكبر. And number 4 is after what? After center of curvature, يعني بعد center of curvature. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question here. It says the collective lens has 2 foci, but the collective mirror has 1 focus.
As I give reason 4.
Yeah.
يبقى collective lens.
You can just write down the answer.
Okay, collective lens, we talk about lens,
Yeah.
has 2 foci,
Yeah.
while collective mirror has 1 focus. We know collective lens, any lens is apart from 2 spheres, has 2 faces. So any lens has 2 foci and 2 centers of curvature. Why? Because they are apart from 2 spheres. At the same time, any spherical mirror has 1 center of curvature and has 1 focus, because any spherical mirrors are apart from 1 hollow sphere. So we can answer according to the formation or the structure.
Yeah.
1 from 2 spheres has 2 faces, and 1 has 1 face from 1 hollow sphere.
Another one says the object that is placed at the focus of a convex lens has no image.
No image. If we put the object at distance equal focal length, which means at focus, no image. Why? Because no intersection of the refracted rays, because we talk about lenses, no intersection of the refracted rays or their extensions. So here we talk about no image. تخيلوا حاجة in front of the lens قدام العدسة as microscope, and we can't see the sample. مش قادر اشوف العينة اللي قدامي under the microscope, because in this case the image on what? On the focus, and on the focus no intersection of the refracted rays or their extensions. You have another one?
You can tell us about yours.
Okay. We have another problem here, dear students, as object at distance less than focal length in front of concave mirror. اللي بالنا less than ايه؟ focal length. تعالوا نشوفها مع بعض. طيب, number 1 we should put طبعا concave by protractor. Concave mirror. And by ruler, and what? By ruler. We will use to put how many? 2 equal distances. Okay? By using the ruler. Like
Nice
that.
ruler.
Thank you. You can get it. Okay? So here we have, as we studied before, we have here number 1, pole of the mirror. Okay. Focus and center of curvature. In this case, the object at distance less than focal length. يعني between optical center, between pole of the mirror and what? And the focus. So the object is here. So we can use rule number 1, light ray parallel to the principal axis, reflect through focus like that. And we will use rule number 3. The light ray passes through the center of curvature. In this case, if the light ray passes through the center of curvature, the light will reflect on itself like that. And we will take by ruler, بالمسطرة لو سمحتوا, the extension of the reflected rays by ruler. The extensions will intersect in this point. So the image appears in this point like that. So the image is what? In this case, the image is, yes, erect, يعني upright, يعني معدول. Number 2, virtual, which means can't be received on the screen. Number 3, magnified, يعني مكبر. And number 4 is what? Is behind the mirror. Behind what? The mirror. Okay. Here we have a problem as the car moves with the speed 40 meters per second. The car.
Perhaps we don't have time.
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Just 1 minute,
Okay.
not more. Not
Okay.
more. 1 minute. Here, car moves 1 minute on the monitor. Car moves with a speed 40 meters per second. The car driver used the brakes to decrease the speed into 20 meters through 2 seconds. Calculate the car acceleration, then mention type. يعني بسرعة كده هقول لكم إن أنا عندي السبيد V1 equal 40 meters per second. Okay, then the car used the brakes to V2 equal 20 meters per second. Okay, through 2 seconds. So acceleration equal V2 minus V1 over delta T. So in this case, acceleration equal 20 minus 40 over 2. So equal how many? Equal negative, خلي بالنا, negative how many? Negative 10 meters per second power 2. So how can we mention the type of this acceleration as a negative acceleration or decelerating motion? Thank you, Yasser, for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed Mahmoud, for all your great efforts.
Thank you also, and thank you for all the crew in this program.
Yeah,
You and
yeah.
all
They are doing a great job,
yes,
actually. Thank you.
Behind the camera, but they do, I think, more than their best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, we come to the end of this episode. Dear students of the third prep grade, ما تنسوش ميعادكم يوميا من 5:30 ل 6:30، وإعادة الحلقات بتكون الساعة 6 صباحا. بكرة إن شاء الله الجمعة ميعادكم مع مادة رياضة عربي. وما تنسوش أيضا تنضموا لجروب برنامجنا على الفيسبوك اسمه مدرسة على الهواء ابتدائي وإعدادي. ابتدائي من غير همزة وإعدادي همزة من تحت. وطلاب الثانوية العامة ميعادهم الساعة 7 للساعة 9 مع مادة رياضة بحتة. Thank you all for watching and good luck in your exams, and until we meet you again we wish you all the best. Goodbye.